So this was the last slide we were on when we shut down last time. And pretty much we're just talking about self-efficacy and how to get self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is that belief that you can do something. Is that belief that you can do something. There's someone close to me that's always confessing negative. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, the Lord put a gun on my head. Yeah. That's stupid. You're cussing yourself. You're negative minded. You're calling a negative spirit. You are defeating yourself. You have not even faced the war. You are defeating yourself. How do you expect God to help you? God cannot help you if you cannot help yourself. And you read the Bible, Joshua chapter 1, read the first 9 verses, see how many times God said, only be thou courageous. Only be thou courageous. I want to help you, but I can't help you if you're not courageous. If you cannot see me, if you cannot see yourself as a winner, as a victor, I cannot support it. I cannot support the vision you don't have. You talked about the 12 people that went to spy the land. 10 of them came and said, oh, we are like a grasshopper. We are like grasshopper. God said, amen. They were grasshoppers. But 2 had a different spirit. 2 had a spirit of faith. 2 knew better. They knew that it wasn't by their size. It was their size of their God. So they said to themselves, if only the Lord is pleased with us, this seeming giant will become bread for us to eat. We have to do our own part to be aligned. To be aligned. If we are aligned, then they will become bread for us. It doesn't matter their size. We just need to be aligned with energy. We need to be aligned with our power. We need to be aligned with nature. We need to be aligned with providence. And the rest will take care of itself. So they said, if only our God is pleased with us, this will become bread for eating. Right? So you must believe you can. You must align yourself in a position that providence can help you. Nature can work on your behalf. Energy can flow in your direction. Because the miracle does not start until you do that. It's called being courageous. Being courageous. Being courageous does not mean you don't have fear. It just means that you do it irrespective against the fear. You have the fear, but you do it because you believe in something greater than you that will take care and overcome the fear that you see. Yes, there is the fear, but there is also a God. There is the fear, but there's also a God. There is the fear, but there's also a God. And which is bigger will determine what you do. Is your fear bigger than your God? Or is your God bigger than your fear? That will determine whether you stay back or you buckle up and move on. Whichever is bigger determines your victory. Whichever is bigger determines your miracle. Whichever is bigger determines whether you bubble up or you don't bubble up. Right? So we talked about Bandura, is a psychologist and came up with this concept called self-efficacy. It is a standardized word, in psychology, and just means you're believing yourself that you can handle the details of your life. You can handle the details of the challenge or the circumstance or the task that is being put before you, right? And there are 4 ways in which you can develop it if you don't have it. 4 ways in which you can develop the ability to face the circumstances of life. Like I gotta tell you all, doing this is not, I wasn't born this way. I should not be doing this. By virtue of my birth, I should not be doing this. I grew up a shy person. I should not be the one standing here and giving the talk as if nothing is happening. This is not me. This is not how I grew up. This is not who I used to be. But I became this by practice. I became this by doing it. I grew into this. I wasn't born this way. I grew into it. I wasn't born this way. I grew into it. I wasn't born this way. And I'm still growing, getting better every day. Every time I come and do this, I'm getting better. Every time I come and do this, I'm becoming freer. Every time I come to do this, I'm having more swag in doing it. I'm beginning to hone the environment. I'm beginning to hone the seat because the more I do it, the better I become. The more I do it, the better I become. The more I do it, the better I become. The more I do it, the more it becomes a second nature to me. The more it becomes who I am. I am becoming. And you don't become by sitting down doing nothing. You become by doing. That's how you gain a place on the table. Nobody's gonna give you a place on the table for free. You gotta walk your way to the table. You have to walk your way to the table. You have to claim the table. You have to demand the table. You demand by doing. You demand by growing excellence. Demand by becoming, someone that is respected in the field that you find yourself because you are producing value. People don't pay for your face. They pay for the value that you produce. If you're able to produce value, you will get paid for it. Right? So Bandura came up with 4 ways by which we can grow mastery. Right? And the one of it is by our own experience. Like this, which is what I've been saying, growing into it by doing. Right? It's called the mastery experience. The second one is by vicarious experience, which just means that you are learning by the experience of other people because you see someone do it. You catch a vision of what is possible and you do it yourself, right? And I gave an example of a judge who read about a superhero and saw himself in that superhero. If this superhero can do all of this, what if I'm the superhero? What can I do? And that's how I was able to gain the confidence, the courage, that to be able to face the bullies in his life. Yes, and he fought. Yes, he got wounded because he was fighting against about 3 or 4 people. But that was the end of bullying. He stood his ground. He stood his ground. He stopped running. He stood his ground. He stopped running. What will happen to your life if you will stand your ground? What will happen to your life if you stop running? What will happen to your life if you challenge the things that are challenging you? What will happen to your life if you dare to stand up to the things that have been chasing you all your life? What will happen to your life if you dare to stand up for something? Right?